Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have yet another foundation review, and it is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I will try to do a 12-hour wear test, so hope you guys enjoy. So I've already prepped and primed my skin. I use the Origins Matte Moisturizer and my Revlon Poreless Photo Finish Primer just on this side of my face. While those are settling in, let's talk a little bit about the foundation. So it is worth $6. It is not new. This has been around for quite some time. However, I think they changed the packaging. I tried to find online if they actually did or not, and I cannot for sure. But I know that it has not looked like this before in the past. Before, it would just have the e.l.f. logo, or this little flawless finish part would be up higher. I've just never seen this kind of a design. Not that it's gonna change anything, but it's just interesting for me that now it's different. It comes in almost 0.7 ounces, which is smaller than the traditional amount. So if you think about it, for 1 ounce, it's gonna be roughly $12, which is still a very, very decent price for a drugstore. This foundation claims to be a oil-free formula for a medium to full covered satin matte base. Apply using fingers, sponge, or brush. Layer as needed. So this sounds like it's in my ballpark. I love satin matte finishes, so I hope this lives up to it. I have tried other e.l.f. foundations in the past. I've actually never tried this one. I don't know why. I don't know, I just eyeballed it, but I've never brought myself to try it. So this foundation comes on the website in 11 shades, but I've seen on Ulta website it comes in 6 different shades. Actually, on Ulta website, it comes in 8 different shades. I don't know why they do that, but whatever, I guess. That is a very, very small shade selection. I will have to always be sad about that when it comes to e.l.f. They have probably the worst foundation shade. It is very, very limited and very bad. I personally love their acne fighting foundation. That was actually a really good formula. However, their colors absolutely suck. It is too pale or too pink or too tan, and I always had to mix them. I could never use one single shade. So I really hope that this one would match. The one I got is Sand. The one before that was Alabaster, and that just seemed way too pale. And then after that was Beige, which seemed way too dark. So I really hope this one matches. If not, I'm just gonna have to use some concealers to lighten up or darken up. So I just hope the color matches. I like how the bottle comes in this frosted glass. I think that's very, very pretty. If I can open this. And the pump, of course, is a very nice addition. Makes things very, very easy to apply and not as messy, in my opinion. For application, I'm going to use my disposable little sponges because I'm lazy and I don't want to wash my other sponge. These are actually very nice, by the way, if you're looking for sponges to do clients' makeup, because I know it could be very, very annoying always constantly having to wash your own sponges. So these are very nice. They're affordable. They're honestly, the only downfall of them is the shape. I hate the shape, but as far as the feeling and the way they go on your skin is equally as good as a beauty blender. It's just, I wish it would be rounder. But other than that, I absolutely love them. I use them when I'm lazy and don't want to wash my own, on clients, etc. They're only $5 for 40 or 30 of them. I don't know which ones, and I get them in Sally's. All right, so this is the prime side, and there is nothing on this side. This is what I'm telling you. Their colors are so funky. And what makes it worse is that they come in the frosted glass, which looks very aesthetically nice, but it's hard to judge the colors because it looks darker in the bottle. All right, with just one layer on this side, this is definitely not a full coverage. Not at all. I see my freckles, my pimples. I would say it's a light to medium coverage. So let's see how it builds up. So overall, I wouldn't say one layer is bad, but in some spots, I definitely need more coverage, right here, I think you can see. But overall, it doesn't look bad. Definitely a satin finish. It's not matte whatsoever. Texture looks okay. I wouldn't say it's the best I've seen it, but it doesn't look terrible either. It's a mediocre. The primer side does look better also. I can see less pores for sure. I am noticing though my forehead's looking a tiny bit matte, So maybe it is gonna set more, but I really don't want to wait around. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my skin makeup and come back and show you how it looks like then. So it's right at 2 p.m. when I finish my makeup. So let's talk about it. So it looks pretty good now that I matched it and everything. I had to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the darker shade Almond, and it seemed like it matched everything very nicely. So it definitely is a satin finish. I would not say it's matte at all. I would say it's like more of a medium, because although it is matte now that I said it, like touching my face, it has like a slight bit of like a stickiness, like very slight. It doesn't feel bad, and it doesn't transfer on my hands or whatever, but I know if it's already like this when I just finished my makeup, just give it a couple hours and I promise it's gonna start getting worse. So I have a feeling this might be a foundation that is for like inside wear or for only like a couple hours, not like a 12-hour wear, but we'll see. So it is currently 9:30. It has been 7.5 hours. So my face looks moist, very, very moist. Like I predicted, this is a foundation that you wear for only a couple hours, not a full day, because I mean, it's pretty. It doesn't look disgusting yet at 7.5 hours, and I already look like this. Honestly, I would say at 6 for sure. I don't remember at 5. I had a whole like trial thing today, so I didn't like see my face till like 6 o'clock. So I don't know how it looked like before. I probably should have kept checking, but keep forgetting. Either way, it looks oily, honestly, at this point. I don't even want to touch it because I know it's gonna feel slimy. And just out of morbid curiosity, I'm just gonna wait till 12 o'clock and see how it holds up, but I'm pretty sure it's only gonna go way downhill after this. With that in mind, hopefully I don't look like a disaster. Alrighty, so it is 1:20, finally. So I decided not to do till 2 o'clock. Not that 30 minutes is gonna make that big of a difference. Let's be honest, it's not. So I decided to call it a day because my face hasn't looked this disgusting in a really, really long time. I feel so greasy and gross. Like, I mean, my skin is oily everywhere. Like everywhere. Like, when has my forehead got oily? Right there. When does that happen? It doesn't. Basically, my initial assumption that the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation is not a foundation for oily skin and that it will not last longer than a couple hours is true. I don't think it passed my oily test. As you can see, I look disgusting and gross. Although my skin did not crease like on my forehead, it did crease under my eyes, which never happens. And I know it's not the concealer because I've been using that same concealer for the longest time with all sorts of different foundations. I haven't seen that happen till today, so I know it has to be the foundation that creased my under eyes. Other than that, it didn't like emphasize my pores or whatever. Texture did get worse throughout the day as I got more oily, but I think that's just natural. As you get more oily, your skin breaks up the foundation. That's just something that happens. But overall, don't think this is made for really oily girls like me. I do not think it's all too terrible. I just will not wear it more than like 6 hours. So you take that as it is. This is probably something more for the normal to dry skin. Definitely not for oily. I'm sorry. I cannot recommend it because I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's so much more nicer foundations out there that you can go the entire day and not be worried versus only 6 hours and call it a quits because it's already breaking up. I personally would rather pay a couple more bucks and know the foundation lasts the whole entire day versus saving a few bucks and then look like this for more than half of the day. Basically, I'm gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this review was helpful. Subscribe to see future videos like these. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!